I remember my older kids, they used to say that they were embarrassed to live in the community. I remember when I sent them to high school, I sent them to the north side, to the high school, because they did not want to go in the community. My oldest daughter used to tell me, says, as soon as that I can make money, I'm going to buy a house in a suburban area. I'm moving out of here. And my son used to say the same. So time passed by, and they live in a community.
More than 25 years ago, the Pilsen community faced considerable challenges: deteriorating housing stock, violent streets, poverty, and dilapidated buildings created a cycle of neglect and abandonment which caused an exodus of families to better communities.
At the beginning of the Resurrection Project, this community was experiencing serious problems, and the churches needed to respond together to those problems.
A coalition of 6 Catholic churches challenged the community to act on their faith and values to create a healthier community instead of moving to one. The parishes pooled an initial seed capital of $30,000 to start a community revitalization effort that would become the Resurrection Project.
We challenge the people to work, to fight, and to come out and defend their rights. And I think they meet the challenge.
The key ingredients that make the Resurrection Project successful, one is about building leadership, getting people engaged in everything that we do, and that pillar is community ownership.
Before, I didn't get involved in anything to do with the school, to tell you the truth. But I saw the flyer, and it caught my attention, and I attended the informational session and liked what they said we could help with. That's how I became involved.
What's motivated me and helped me to become a volunteer of the Resurrection Project is seeing all the needs in the community. And just like I found myself needing help, there are people that don't have options and don't know how to resolve their problems. And that's why I've gotten involved a lot with the Resurrection Project, especially in the area of immigration.
I am the 4th of 6 children, and I am also the first of us to go to a university. I'm currently at UIC going for my bachelor's in science and neuroscience. I hope to apply to medical school shortly after I graduate and one day become a doctor. Here at La Casa, I'm surrounded with other students who are also pursuing their first bachelor's. When one of us is not inspired to study, then we just pick each other up, and that's exactly the environment that I need to be a successful undergrad.
Esperanza, Maria, and Sam are examples of the thousands of people who the Resurrection Project has empowered through community ownership.
Out of that, we build a foundation to work on other key ingredients, which is our pillar of community wealth building, our pillar of stewardship of community assets, which is building both tangible assets and non-tangible assets in the community, restoring buildings, building new community facilities, building homes, building all sorts of other assets that are making the community healthy.
At
a time that we were going to lose our house and we didn't know where to go, I was very sad and frustrated. The bank wanted our house.
Arturo and Juanita turned to the Resurrection Project's affordable and accessible housing.
Community wealth building is very important. That's another key pillar. Making sure that our families understand how to plan financially, how to plan and be wise consumers so they don't get ripped off or be taken advantage.
I never got a chance to own my own home, but when I came to the Resurrection Project, they told me, well, Ms. Bills, we can help you to build your credit back up, and they would do anything possible to help me to improve my housing, and I love that.
One of the things that we're most proud of this organization is its roots and how it began. We didn't set out to build homes, we built hundreds of them. We didn't set out to build early childhood centers, but we have built several of them. We didn't set out to build other community facilities, but we built those facilities because we believe those are tangible assets that are necessary to create vibrant communities.
Community ownership, community wealth building, and stewardship of community assets are essential to creating healthy communities. The pillars of the community resurrection model establish the foundation that strengthens community stakeholders and creates healthy communities.
All of this happens because we're doing it with partners. We're strengthening stakeholders. That's one of the key outcomes of our model, making sure that other organizations get stronger as we get stronger.
The Resurrection Project was key in the continued success and life of Second Federal.
In 2012, Second Federal Savings and Loan collapsed. The Resurrection Project orchestrated the rescue of this organization by engaging community allies and partners. By the summer of 2015, the rescued organization had invested more than $48 million to help over 380 immigrant families become first-time homeowners and launched new financial products.
No one can accomplish what needs to be accomplished on their own. Problems our city is facing, the problems our neighborhoods are facing. The Resurrection Project has done great things on its own, but it's done greater things when it's partnered with other organizations.
The Resurrection Project has become a powerful and effective social enterprise that seamlessly blends community development, community organizing, and advocacy with human service delivery to create vibrant, healthier, and more involved communities.
We believe this model is transformative. It could be replicated in other areas because it has these key pillars that working together makes healthier communities.
The Resurrection Project has a bold vision of expanding its model to additional communities. It plans to do more in the next 5 years than in the last 25 years. The organization will leverage more than $460 million in community investment to empower more than 60,000 individuals. The Resurrection Project envisions a greater number of communities where life is better, richer, and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each to act on their faith and values to achieve their dreams regardless of race, social class, or circumstances of birth.
If you want to live in a community or wherever you want to live, you got to make it the way you want it. Nobody else is going to do it. And if you're going to run now, you're never going to stop running. You always run.
I'm grateful to the Resurrection Project for giving me the opportunity to become prepared. I've become certified as an immigration advocate. I've been taking courses, getting myself ready, because we know that at any time now, there is going to be immigration reform.
After graduating medical school, I hope to serve here in Pilsen or similar neighborhoods where people can look at me and relate and trust me, and where my services would be not only appreciated but needed.
The Resurrection Project dares to imagine more. Will you?